Welcome back, everyone, to Pop Culture Omniversa of Neo Reality Entertainment. We're talking about, once again, the infinite frontier age of DC Comics with Batman 107. I got the variant cover. I don't have it with me. It's in my box, red and detailed. And yeah, covering the infinite frontier age is a lot harder to go through because there's a ton of comics, so I don't want to oversaturate my videos with just DC comic stuff. So we took a break from that and talked a little bit about Marvel for a little bit, and then we got some news in and whatnot. So, anyways, we open up with Scarecrow in steampunk-like outfit torturing Bruce Wayne. Shh, now. It's rude to interrupt a lecture. You can't hear your thoughts. He's not really in your head. Scarecrow just wants you to think he is. Oh, he grows soft while he grows stronger. How can I be sure he can't hear everything I'm thinking? No, it's not true. It's the toxins. Whatever he's trying to do, he's done to your brain. He's trying to keep you from thinking straight. And then Scarecrow continues to reiterate that he is in fact hearing everything he says, saying, no, I want you to think straight. I want you to remember. Fear and memory are intertwined. Your memories tell you what you need to fear. Fear brings clarity, Batman. Don't run away from it. Don't listen. How you got here? I remember. My parents were dead. I went through a bunch of phases. I traveled the world. Got kicked by the ass by some guy covering his face, and I used guns, but I think I didn't. Um, Remember the straw man on the one post. Channel 8 News can now confirm the message was left inside of Mayor Nanako's home late last night. A threat against the people of Gotham City by the arch criminal known as Scarecrow, and using an outdated image of him. Meanwhile, as the police are investigating, Batman has broken in. It's been 1 month since A-Day, when a poison gas killed hundreds at the notorious Arkham Asylum. Dr. Jonathan Crane, best known as his criminal alias as the Scarecrow, has been presumed dead since the A-Day attack. Batman disables the cameras as he sneaks by. Master Wes, controversial leader of the Unsanity Collective, has claimed that Scarecrow attack is nothing but a hoax by the city government. The people of Gotham must recognize it's who benefits the most from this kind of citywide panic. They are trying to capture the madness and horror unleashed by the death of Arkham and inflicted onto our people of our fair city. We must reject insanity and embrace unsanity. Financially speaking, can Gotham even afford another massive supervillain attack so soon after Joker and Bane, and probably that one guy that looks like Batman, and also Joker hybrid? So, yeah, the press has lost its mind again with fear-mongering. We gain reports of truly amazing numbers of online gas mask sales from Gotham citizens. Violence has broken out at another grocery store in the Narrows as people try to stock up on home supplies in the event of a 4 major gas attack on the city. Well, that was quick. Fear rapidly spreading across Gotham City right now is that A-Day is the beginning. So Batman arrives to investigate the Scarecrow. George Jimenez's artwork is awesome. Strange. What's strange? There's no fear toxin residue on the fibers of the Scarecrow. It doesn't need to be weaponized in any way. It's just straw and a burlap on a wooden post. I've been going over the mayor's security footage, and there's no sign of anyone planting the Scarecrow. It's placed in a dead spot between two security cameras. But I can map out a few routes on the property someone could have taken to get this here unseen. It's clever, Oracle. It's a fear attack that doesn't need a toxin. The tension in the city is high enough that you could get people panicking in the streets with a straw man. But panic isn't going to be the purpose in and of itself. What is Dr. Jane trying to accomplish? What is he trying to say? And the lights turn on with Batman turning with the Metal Gear Solid alert system. Seems pretty clear to me. He's saying, hands up, you're contaminating a crime scene. Renee Montoya, I heard Nanako convinced you to pick up your badge up. Congratulations on the new commissioner job. I've known Chris Nanako since I was a B cop, Batman. He might be harsh opinions about people in masks, but he's a good man, so you can drop that tone. He's not interested in about vigilantes having any hand in this case, so I'm gonna ask you to leave nice and polite. Like, yeah, nice and polite. If you don't leave now, I'm going to direct my men to arrest you, Batman. Those are my orders. Someone's trying to put Nanako in a corner. Keep him afraid. To push him to act. Don't forget to ask the questions that need asking. I haven't forgotten a thing. Now, don't you do anything, and he escapes. But, okay, so, about this scene. People were mad about this scene from what I saw because they bring up the question that Renee Montoya was for a time during the near end game of the old DC universe before their New 52 reboot. And you could say, oh, well, this is New 52 Renee Montoya, so she doesn't remember that. Except this is the Infinite Frontier age Renee Montoya, so she remembers all of this. So she remembers being the question. She remembers being a vigilante. So some people were like, why is she doing this? Well, I'm not 100% certain on this, but is there a chance not everyone knew she was the question? Like, I knew Batman probably knew because he's the goddamn Batman, but I was thinking, I don't think the mayor currently knows that she was a vigilante. If he knew, he wouldn't have put her in that position and wouldn't have tried to get her arrested. He was asking for the demand of Batman's identity. So, yeah, and I thought when I heard someone get mad about this scene, I said, okay, maybe this is like a plan by Batman, who probably has some stupid plan that's so long and convoluted it's going to take a while, because the Cowardly Law is said to be a long storyline, I think. And one of the ideas is that Batman gave that implication of asking the question, since that was an emphasis, that, oh, Renee Montoya is going to be someone on the inside, so to speak, to assist Batman in something or whatnot. And part of me wants to just joke saying DC's not that smart anymore, but we'll have to see. So yeah, Batman escapes. Abe says the police were saying, should we? No, hold your fire and stand down. He's already gone. Damn it. Get me Mayor Nanako on the phone. He's not going to want to hear about this. So, yeah, Batman escapes. Renee Montoya is pissed, as always. And once again, we get our, what is for some reason, the very cyberpunkian-like environment of Gotham City. Yeah, this is the thing about George Jimenez's artwork. It's so colorful and vibrant, yet I'm always thinking with all this technology, it's partly cyberpunk now. Jungles, concrete jungle, and the other jungle down there in the ground. All dead as dirt, already dead. Need to put them in the ground. Deep and dead in the ground. What? Oh god, that man has a knife. You're dirt. You're just dirt like me. Drop your knife, ne'er-do-well. And Harley Quinn arrives with her motorcycle that I'm pretty sure she stole. Oh, screaming at the top of her lungs, you're up here to get a bit of Gotham City justice, courtesy of Harley Quinn. Ain't you a lucky dog? Batter him and takes him down with a bat. Gee, a good bit of ultraviolence does get the old heart pumping. She gets off and goes ahead and encounters him. Counters the perp. Now look here, chump. I'm a fan of getting up to a little mischief now and then, but as Batman's new official sidekick, not really. I can't let you just go stabbing nice people all willy-nilly. There's a jungle down in the dirt. The earth will break open and gobble us up. The vines of madness are spreading. Hey, I know that voice. You're Benji Fink, aren't you? You must have snuck out of Arkham when things went to shit last month. You're a real nutjob, but you were always real sweet on your meds. What do you call yourself now, honey? They call me Stabbo. Oh, hon, you're not too good at naming things, are you? I've seen the jungles of hell. The roots will bring the city down. Okay, that line is kind of Poison Ivy's kind of done that, so he probably did see it, but doesn't. But it's interpreting it as something else. So therefore, people Harley doesn't even take the connection. Wait, Is Poison Ivy involved in this? Though I keep wondering about this. So there's like three Poison Ivies running around for some reason in the DC universe. There's the one that's currently hiding in Gotham City, preparing to uproot it with her roots. There's the Poison Ivy and Catwoman that's being used as a biological warfare for drugs, give or take. And then there's the Swamp Thing miniseries that has Poison Ivy involved in it. And I'm just like, what are they clones? Did some of the cuttings get out of that fire back in the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy crossover? So there's that conflicting idea going on. So yeah, he kind of probably knows what he's talking about, but he's just so deluded in his mental instability that he doesn't know. I gotta put people back in the dirt where they're safe, but there's too many people. They make so much noise when I get them with the stabbers. Harley Quinn tries to reassure him in her own way. Hey now, it's okay. If you don't do any more stabbing, Batman and his trusty girl wonder Harley Quinn are on the case. Is it all gonna be okay? Stand back! That man just stabbed 3 people in Robinson Park. It's okay. He's an 8-day escapee. He just needs his meds and a place to sleep, and he won't hurt anybody else. I don't give a crap what he needs. And Harley, in her stupidity, smashes the bat over the guy's head, surprisingly not killing him. Get that gun out of my face, pig! Ah, nerds. Officer requesting backup in Electric Town. Electric Town? Arkham working with the Robinson Park stabber and just assaulted a police officer. Ain't that just typical? And smoke bomb. What the? Ghostface? Not quite, but you're in a ballpark. Ark, it looked like you could use an assist. Why are you helping me? Batman is busy, I'm easily bored, and you fascinate me. But if you had to spend the night in Blackgate, what about my new bike? That was expensive. She bought it? With what? What did she buy it with? Yeah, not even the Harley Quinn series is to explain that. She even asked Batman for money. I mean, like, let's be real. He gives an allowances to his Robin, so clearly that's not out of the question. I'll buy you a new one. Wait, really? Can I have a card? Huh? Hi, my name is Stabo. Dr. Harley says I need my meds. And there's a woman who would later be revealed as the gardener, or watching in the background, who seems to be the replacement for Poison Ivy, say, "You were right, Rex. She is back in Gotham after all. And that means there's still hope." So, we never see her again in this issue. It's just sort of like, okay, let's just plant that character there, and then we could just establish she's there. So, yeah, it's more like, I kept thinking when I saw this, it was like, oh, because we're going to shift Poison Ivy back to good girl, eco hero, and thus we have to make a villain character in her place. Thus, we get the gardener who has plant-controlled dogs and a rose. And I wouldn't be surprised if that somehow is connected to Poison Ivy because we need more clones. But anyways, we got to the clock tower. The reports spreading out from the Park Row in the heart of Midtown. The mayor's office has issued a strict curfew to go into effect at 8 this evening for all non-essential workers. You think anyone's going to follow that? I mean, like, this is society we're talking about. We still got curfew effects over the coronavirus, and people are still being idiots about it. It's getting worse out there. Yeah, it is. What are you working on? A new bat signal. It's not like the cops are going to go put the old one back on the roof on the central precinct with Nanako office, but I think it's important to remind people that you're still out there. And I want a way to keep in touch when you turn off your radio. I'm going to have Cass and Steph plant about 12 signals on rooftops around the city. The signal will come up from the same roof twice, and we'll remove them after a single use. Signal goes up, and you go and meet a Gordon on top of a weird old building and find out about the crisis of the day. I think you'll get the hang of it. But it's been 2 hours since you've been on radio, Batman. What have you dug up? I went straight to Mayor's mansion in the ruins of Arkham. I reviewed the surviving security footage from the days leading up to the attack. A man who just looks like Jonathan Crane died in the attack in Crane's cell. By examining the body in the city morgue, it was prosthetics on a body double. Do you think Scarecrow was behind the A-Day attacks? I know everyone's been saying Joker, but with Crane's background in chemistry, I can't really say for certain. Oh my god, Batman doesn't know. But my gut says no. I think someone helped Crane get out of Arkham potentially months ago. I wasn't supposed to realize he was free until after he made his first move. I have DNA samples from the body double. I'm going to have to want you to run it. I want to know who this man was. Yeah, I can do that. What are you going to do? There are going to be more scarecrows. The same MO. No fear toxin. Just a burlap sack on a post. I think he's trying to see if he can push the entire city to a breaking point without any chemicals in play. I can feel the shape of it, but I still can't see what it's trying to accomplish. It's about accomplishing the magistry. Because suddenly Scarecrow was a... What kind of terrorists are those who say they're doing good, but not really? But they don't want to have civilian casualties involved, but they probably will. There's still a large piece of this I'm missing. What can you tell me about the Unsanity Collective? Not too much, if I'm being honest. They've been active on one way and another since the Joker War, but they've really come out of the woodwork since A-Day. Well, I know mostly from the videos they've been posting, their leader, Mr. Wiz, has a whole story he tells, but there's no way to know what's real and what's just sort of the foundling myth that you need a star group like this. He claims to have gotten his hands on a piece of old Mad Hatter tech and figured out how to use it to erase a person's memories, what he calls a mind machine. He says he wants all of Gotham to reboot, to shed the traumas of their past and build a new future. He calls his philosophy unsanity, because it rejects the notions of sane and insane. They rob to the rich to pay for the technology they need to build their new future. Transhumanism meets Robin Hood on hover gliders. So, cyberpunk. They're lawbreakers and they clearly cross lines they shouldn't, but they're utopian at heart. Not the threat they've been being built up as in the news. I doubt there'd be much of this panic over the you strawman while these robbers putting their fear of God to something very powerful people. Somehow they're at the center of all this. Over the last few weeks, they've robbed the owners of all the news stations and papers in the city. Okay. I need to find them. I heard a chatter online that they have an outpost in the abandoned Mid-City Mall in the Narrows. It's been a homeless camp since I first moved to Gotham. But what I understand is that they can scatter at a moment's notice, is why the police haven't brought any of them in. The only way to get to the real major players is to join them. So I guess the real question is, Batman, are you ready to go unsane? Batman doesn't answer, but we already know what his answer is going to be. Meanwhile, we got to Sane Industries with the, once again, cyberpunkian-like atmosphere for some reason, and where he goes ahead, where Mr. Sane's working on new robotic prosthetics, probably for their officer who was blown up in Arkham and somehow survived. Mr. Saint, I just got a call from Mayor Nanico's office. You've been officially invited to the groundbreaking of the new A-Day Memorial in Midtown tomorrow. So, they're going to be honoring the guard you're eyeing up, Sean Mahoney. Thank you, Ricardo. That's excellent news. Simon says goodbye. Only he can hear it, but so he notices and tries to dismiss his assistant. Please, accept the invitation, and I'll get on home. I'll be up late. Of course, Mr. Saint. I'll see you in the morning. After he leaves, he gets up and says, the boy is gone. I'm alone. You're never alone. Not in this city. Not anymore. The fear's catching. Can you feel it, Simon? The way it spreads with the people of Gotham. Yes, I can feel it. If you want your magistry, we're going to need to advance the experiment to its next phase before we are met with interference. That means people are going to die. Can you accept that? Or are you too afraid to save Gotham City? Meanwhile, we cut to the Narrows. We see a guy who is always in a colored outfit, going ahead and walking through the Narrows and meeting up with a guard. Hey, keep moving, big guy. You picked the wrong alley. No, I don't think I did. I'm looking for the Insanity Collective. Yeah? What are you, some kind of cup? Up? The names match. Tell your Master Wiz I want in. And we know who that is, unless that somehow is not Bruce Wayne. But once again, I'm looking at his outfit. I'm thinking cyberpunk. Like, there's all these tattoos he has on. He has these glowing coats for some reason. I'm just thinking this is so cyberpunkian. So, anyways, we cut to our backup story. That's the end of the Batman issue. So, we cut to our backup story, which features Ghostmaker, who is revealed to be a bisexual. I do not care. Because they're just treating it like normal, so therefore they don't have to make this a big moment. And in fact, he's actually kind of odd in terms of it, because he had a three-way. Yeah, he had a three-way, it looks like. What can you say? And I'm not going to go over this as much, but he tries to go ahead and tells them basically they're probably never going to see each other again. And yeah, he ditches them. His AI is called Icon. And he puts on his helmet and gear. And yeah, then we get. Okay, so this takes place in China. And I just got to ask. Yeah, the character Madame Metis, the richest woman on earth, I'm just thinking, okay, this is a caricature of a villainous Chinese woman, isn't it? In fact, a lot of these characters seem very animated in their design, in a rather semi-realistic design world. So, Madame Metis looks like very exaggerated Asian ethnicity. The alligator known as the Instigator, clever, has no eyes and looks very anime like. Razorline is unspeakable, but does speak. And we get Kid Kawaii, who is a liquid assassination robot. And we get the only guy that looks somewhat normal, well, as Brainstorm. Apparently, this takes place in a place called Devil's Skull Island, and the woman is attacked by the gator, and it's very animated like, and I'm still confused of what's going on because it's so animated in its design. Like, I'm so confused. And he prepares to battle Angry Tiger Robotics, and they fire lasers, which is kind of awesome. And that's the end of the issue. So, yeah, that backup feature was weird. I know. So yeah, Batman 107. Oh man, that was a fun issue. That was a fun issue. I get why people were mad about the Renee Montoya thing, but I was like thinking about the backup features, exaggerated designs on some of the characters. Kid Kawaii is very insane. That would have worked more in the Silver Age or Golden Age of comics, because everything was insane at the time, where the madness met the greatness. So yeah, Batman 107, pretty fun issue. The artwork is beautiful by George Jimenez, and oh man, I'm liking it. I'm looking more into this mystery, the Magistry, and now they're going to go start killing people just to achieve the Magistry state of Gotham from the Future State event. Yeah, that's probably going to be bad. And Baronatico in that Future State did accept the offer, so yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see how Batman prevents that from being prevented. So yeah. And also, we now get more layers over what happened with the Joker attack in Arkham Asylum. I'm still saying Joker did it because that'd be so easy to do. But especially since he did vow he would kill Bane his way, even though he could have just killed him with a bullet. But, he said, no, that is too easy. But we'll have to see as the mystery unravels in both Batman and in Joker comics. So this was Pop Culture Omniversa NRE of Near Reality Entertainment brand. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below. Search them up on YouTube. This was Batman 107. And stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all next time. Peace and take care.